Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Now here's Carter. He takes it in. Pass to Eason. The kick to Durant. No good on the three. Here's Barrett. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
And look at the mobility there from Mobley. Excellent at executing in the open floor.
Now here's Carter. Screen by Eason. Durant with it. Now guarded by Mobley. From deep, Sarr. And Kansas City misses again. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
And Allie, thanks. Ivy up top. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Eason. No luck on that one. Good D by Mobley. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Rocking that rim. Jonas Valanciunas, the very big man from Lithuania.
Here's Christie. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Pass to Valanciunas. Sarr pulls it in. And so it's Kansas City with it. They trail by 6. Left side, Durant. Ivy outside. Back to Durant. From the line, it's rebounded by Barrett.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
3 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
It's Durant with a drive. And Durant with the big finish.
I mean, that's just elite versatility. How many ways can Durant beat you? Insane handles for someone who's 7 feet.
And Kansas City with possession. 7-point differential. Ivy up top. Back to Durant. Deflected.
Well, Suggs is an elite on-ball defender. We don't see a lot of blocks by a guard.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. It's Durant with a drive. And Durant with the big finish.
Clear the way. When Durant is moving like this, you know he's focused on throwing it down.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs. 1:29 left in the first quarter. The 3, Durant. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries.
There's the quick release. KD remarkably fast with the basketball.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
San Antonio.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Kansas City shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Taking 2
And San Antonio making a change here. Spurs lead by 5.
Kansas City foul.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor, but now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Now here's Mobley, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Durant's shot is off.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Christie. Stolen by Ivy. Up top, Durant. Yes, it's good. Durant's got 11 points.
I like what I saw on both ends that time, hustling on defense to create some offense.
With the score.
And so it's San Antonio with a 9-point cushion at the
21.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Prince. Tipped away. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, nice initiative from Suggs, seeing an easy scoring opportunity and pouncing on it.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Bagley. Banked it in off the glass.
Assist goes to
And the Spurs lead by 14.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Picked by Smith. From behind the arc. And it's Bagley with the rebound.
Kansas City foul.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Herter from long range. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Johnson. Here he goes.
Keon Johnson.
Count it. Good.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Richardson for 3. He buries it from 3. Richardson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice pass. It's good to see Grant getting others involved.
It's blocked. Here's Prince. No points yet. Pass to Richardson. Back to Prince. Fires the three. The shot, no good. Spurs lead by 14. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Prince. Here's Richardson, covered by Johnson. Clock at 6. Back to Prince. From downtown. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Takes a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Well, if you're a fan of Jeremy Grant, that's what you love to see. Phenomenal throwdown.
Kansas City foul.
And Josh Richardson gets the whistle that time.
Third personal foul.
That's his third foul so far.
Team foul.
Picks up his third foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
Kevin Durant.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Bagley. Clock at 4.
Marvin Bagley.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Second personal foul.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Free throw no good for Bagley. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
And he drops the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Eason can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Bagley. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Bagley's got 8 points.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Personal foul.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Bagley. Give him 8. Inside. Pass to Abaji. Down low. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Carter. Stolen by Jackson. And they're on the run. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Jackson outside. From outside the arc. Fires in the triple. Give him 8. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Spurs, 49.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Outside Barrett. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, the defense gets in Barrett's face, so he gets aggressive right back, winning the and-one chance.
And that one misses. And stolen by Barrett. Lets the 3 fly. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Pass to Carter. This one for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Now Carter. Outside Durant. Ivy outside. Here's the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Valanciunas. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Valanciunas has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Pass to Ivy. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Barrett can't hit. Jacks up a 3. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got 22.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Back to Mobley. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Kansas City. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Durant. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Mobley grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Christie. 5 points in the game. Pass to Mobley. Stolen by Carter. Here's Sarr. No points so far. Durant with it. From about 19. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Pass to Valanciunas. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Mobley. And he banks in the layup. Mobley's got 8.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Outside Herter. Pass to Prince. Now here's Richardson. Back to Prince. Pulls it. And Kansas City misses again.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Valanciunas. And the rebound goes to Kansas City.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Prince with the bucket.
Yeah, look, that's a good find by the veterans. Grant keeping everyone involved.
Lots of Grants in the NBA over the years. Jeremy Grant acts like a guy who grew up around the league. You can really see it, Coach.
Well, Brian, he really did grow up around the league and really just a high IQ player, great in the locker room, gives you great energy and effort every night.
So it's San Antonio now, after the basket by Kansas City.
Kansas City foul.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
Team foul.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Back to Richardson. Grant the screen. Right side Herter. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It'll be on Marvin Bagley. Kansas City shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. San Antonio leading by 18. Here's Jackson. Right side Barrett. Back to Bagley. Jackson left side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Spurs.
That one misses.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little. Inconsistent from the line here in the second half, but they're still ahead.
Now here's Johnson. Out to Bagley. The three. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Herter. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
San Antonio ball. In for San Antonio. Number 30. Ochai Agbaji.
San Antonio with the ball. And here's Johnson. And so the San Antonio Spurs, they're feeling great. A 21-point lead. It hasn't taken.
59.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
That one's good for 2.
So resourceful. When Oladipo's looking for any opening, he puts in a lot of effort on offense.
Durant for 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
They get it again. Here's Jackson. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. And so it's Kansas City with it. Ivy outside. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Agbaji. Here's Johnson. The baseline J. And Ivy pulls it down. Outside Carter. And here's Durant. Let's go with a three. Agbaji with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The drive by Jackson. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. On the wing, Durant. Outside Carter. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. You either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Screen by Eason. Here's Durant. And it's good from the elbow. Durant's got 25 points in the game.
Watch how Durant disrupts the defense with the pick and roll, creating an opening for himself.
Pass to Agbaji. Back to Oladipo. Shot blocked.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for Kansas City, Kevin Durant.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
Durant drives in. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Well, Stan, you've coached some lockdown defenses. With the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
Durant's shot is off.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Look, Suggs knows how to assert himself inside. You give him a lane and he will attack.
Pass to Agbaji. And a two-handed jam!
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Mobley, right side. Now here's Valanciunas. Here's Sarr. Outside Durant. Outside Carter. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Sarr. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Jalen Suggs.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
With the fadeaway. And the rebound goes to Kansas City. Pass to Sarr. Outside for Grant. Carter from outside. Knocks down the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Mobley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Free throw no good for Ivey.
And how can you not be excited about Ivey's potential? You can tell he wants to keep getting better.
Here's Christie. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd